and Bitcoin is the best and most exciting opportunity that I've ever seen. And remember this, when you have it, he says go all in. I don't say go all in. Okay. I just say you got to own more than zero, because Bitcoin's actually an IQ test in risk management, okay? Remember what I said. Bitcoin is an IQ test in risk management. And if you outright say that Bitcoin is not worth having in your portfolio, it's my opinion that if you've actually done the work, and I've yet to meet anybody who's actually done the work on Bitcoin that can look me in the eyes and say, it doesn't belong in my portfolio, either from a long position or a short position. Because if you're such a cowboy and you're certain it's going to zero, step up to the plate and short it, okay, mister? You're so smart that it's going to zero. Put your money where your mouth is, and I dare you to short it, okay? Because it has 100 times upside and 1 times downside. And that's not something you short. You own it as insurance against the system that you already have all your eggs in one basket. And that's called the fiat system. So if you're so smart and you believe what you read from Nassim Taleb and Jamie Dimon, and you haven't done the work, well, you're listening to conflicted people giving you the wrong advice, okay? Wall Street is conflicted. They don't want Bitcoin to succeed, very simply because when it succeeds, it will disintermediate Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan out of business. It's very simple. Show me the incentive. I will tell you what people will say. And it's the incentive of Jamie Dimon not to see Bitcoin succeed. Why? Because he benefits from the fiat Ponzi. So maybe what we can do is define why I think it's a fiat Ponzi some of my career, if you'd like. I'll also tell you, I'm open for discussion. I'm always trying to learn. And if people can convince me that I'm wrong, I'm willing to change my positioning. That's what a good risk manager does, okay? A good risk manager will always read research that is contrary to his or her opinion. They don't need confirmation bias to say, oh, you're so smart to own this. You should read research that tells you you're a knucklehead if you own this or don't own this, okay? Because why? Humans like confirmation bias. They own a stock. They love reading buy reports on that stock. They never read short sell reports on that stock. That's human nature. Not the way to manage risk, people, okay? Fiat Ponzi is built on leverage, run by people who are trying to milk the system like Jamie Dimon for the benefit of his large house on, I don't know if Jamie has a house on Long Island, but I'm pretty sure he has a top-notch golf course somewhere membership, and he's playing the fiat Ponzi and trying to pull the wool over everyone's eyes. They don't teach you this in school because they can't. If they did teach you this in school, no one would deposit their money in the banks. You get it? It's pretty simple. So it starts with education. You need to understand that leverage is the problem, but the entire system is built on leverage, i.e. credit, and therefore the value of your fiat money will always debase. It's 100% certain mathematically that fiat money will debase. If you don't believe me, look back 100 years and realize that the US dollar has lost 95% of its purchasing power over the last 100 years. And why is that? Because they print money to solve Latin American debt, long-term capital management, the great financial crisis, now COVID. They can't get out of it. They are in a debt spiral that cannot be solved mathematically. And since I'm an